The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
What the fuck are we gonna do now?
Get high.
Yay! Wow, I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, happy Wednesday, as Leo would say. Yes, I'm not Leo. Leo's not here. Leo and his amazing wife purchased a house, I guess, and they are dealing with some house stuff. But you know what that means. So replacing me tonight is John.
This guy, as happy as always to see it, because like I love sitting watching the beginning credits. I'm in the credits. I don't know if any of you guys saw it. You should watch it again. Just play it again.
It's about time you get some fucking credit for something.
And as always,
as always, the funny guy himself.
No, not me.
Hey, Carrie.
So yeah, welcome. It's Wednesday. It's March. It's gonna rain like hell tonight, apparently. Hope I don't float away. You know, but I like being wet.
Float away? Why are you gonna float away?
Well, because I go outside in the rain. I like to stand in the rain and get wet. Don't you?
What?
No, I can think of a lot better ways to get fucking wet than standing in the rain.
Oh, well, you know, sometimes you got to take what you can get.
Well, that is true. That is true. That is true. But
so we got a great show tonight, and
well, I don't know if it's a great show, but it's a show.
Well, we're gonna find out. Supposedly, this guy's funny. I'm gonna be the judge of that, and supposedly he can impersonate people. That'll be interesting to see, and I'll be the judge of that. Let's bring him in.
All right,
Zach Arnold.
Woo!
Hey guys.
Cardio.
What is it? Nighttime already? Good. I could use a break. How you guys doing?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Great to be here.
We didn't have a choice but to have you. Steve twisted my arm.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Wherever Steve is right now, thanks a lot.
You can beat him up when he comes home with Eddie.
No, he'll take me down in a heartbeat, and I'm sure Eddie will help him.
So I've been told that you're an up-and-comer. What makes you an up-and-comer?
Well, let's see. Every morning I wake up and I come out wherever I'm going. And I'm actually an up-and-coming actor. Steve took me under his wing back in July because what I did was I interviewed Eddie for my YouTube channel, The Incredible Impression, and I posted the video. We had to do like three or four different takes of the interview because I had my old stupid little Galaxy S20 at the time, and I kept running out of storage space. So I had to keep saying, I felt so bad because I had just met Eddie, and it was like, damn it, I'm trying to be professional here, and I'm screwing up. What the hell? And Eddie was so cool about it. He was like, "Oh, it's fine, Zach. It's fine. Just do what you can. We can do this all day if you want. I mean, I'm in no hurry." By the way, that is my very bad impression of Eddie Deason.
Okay, so I don't have to say anything.
No.
It can only get better from here.
Oh yeah, trust me.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So, I in all seriousness, why? What made you decide to become a comedian / impersonator?
First of all, I'm going to credit the one and only Rich Little, the famed impersonator. I can remember seeing him back in 2001. He was doing a stage show called The Presidents, and he did every president in makeup, wardrobe. He had co-stars, and a young actress played the first ladies, and they had a nice set of like an Oval Office on stage. And he did every president from John F. Kennedy to, at the time, George W. Bush. This was actually like a few months before 9/11. So I was intrigued when I saw him on stage, and he was doing all of these presidents. And he had maybe 2 minutes between acts to make up as the next president. But I mean, with Nixon, he had a big nose that he put on. He slicked his hair back. For Lyndon Johnson, he had a nose and glasses, and he slicked his hair back again and put some gray in it. And he had the voices and everything. And of course, when he came out as Reagan, he started like he does every time he does Reagan. He comes out and he stands there and he goes, "Well," and that's how he started it. And I was blown away by it. And I can remember sitting there going, I'd like to do something like that. I'd like to be able to impersonate people. And at the time, I was trying to get into a Beatles tribute band as Ringo. And from about 2007 to 2011, I played in 2 Beatles tribute bands. And then
so you're musically talented.
Well, now
Yeah.
we know why. Now we know why Eddie likes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Beatles.
Eddie and I can relate to all that stuff. And I actually I started my impersonations by doing Ringo Starr. And then after that, it just kind of catapulted from there. The very first politician I ever did was Richard Nixon. And but I do Nixon so much at home, my own dog tries to have me impeached. I mean, nobody ever believes a word I say. My neighbors get so upset because they pound on the wall at night. And they're like, "Hey, liar, shut the hell up." So
what would you say is probably
whatever? No, not everything I say is going to be a lie.
what would you say is probably like your best impression?
Best impression, I think, is Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart. You know, it seems to me that you know, it just goes on and on with the stuttering and stuff. But politician-wise, I would say the best one I do is Richard Nixon. God, I'm having a jowl movement.
A jowl movement.
You know, my fellow Americans, never be mean, never be cruel, never be vindictive. Because remember, the toes you step on today may be connected to the ass you'll have to kiss tomorrow.
So obviously you're doing some stand-up somewhere.
I'm not doing any stand-up yet, but Eddie is doing a show in Tampa from March 22nd to the 24th, and I'm going to be there, not only helping him, but Steve wants. I just made some business cards, and Steve's going to have me walk around and promote myself and try to get me some local stand-up shows and stuff. And I mean, I don't care if I start out in like little bars here and there, just doing like a 5-minute open mic night thing. You know, I'll do it as long as it gets me exposure.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of where you got to start. You know?
Right. We all have to start somewhere.
Right. The important thing is get your face out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in school, my face was everywhere because I was one of the most picked on people in the school. So my face was out there. Every time someone saw me in the hallway, they were like, "Grab him. Let's really mess him up this time." So
great.
Those are the
but I
days.
said, look, if they hadn't done that to me, I wouldn't be the humorous kind of funny joke cracker that I am today. Because I figured when life gives you lemons, make furniture polish and dust everything off.
Okay. I was wondering
That's how
where
I
the hell
see
that
it.
was going.
That's how I see it.
Yep, I like that one.
Yeah.
Have you worked yourself up a 5-minute stand up yet, or
I've been perfecting it. I've been working on it. Like what I'll do is if I get like a 5-minute open mic night thing, I will just go through some of my best impressions that I can do.
All right. Well, here you go.
This is gonna be your first.
You've never been on a live podcast before. This is your first live podcast.
So, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage.
27 platforms worldwide. Plus, we get ripped down to podcasts. So this is going to get listened to and watched over and over again. So you know what? You got 5 minutes. Go.
Well, this is Ed Sullivan. Now, tonight, we're going to have some fine acts. First of all, the marching drill team, Black and Decker, an amazing trio of Filipino contortionists, the Manila Folders, and one very, 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 very creepy up-and-coming character named Zach Arnold. So welcome out here, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. You know, I know about heroes. The state of California, it needed a hero to take action. And I was an action hero. Well, right now, I'd like to turn it over to one of the greatest presidents of our United States of America. Yeah. Here, ladies and gentlemen, Richard Nixon. Are we on? Are we on the air? Good. You know, after looking at Hunter Biden's classified documents. Hell, I'm starting to look pretty good. Now I'm going to bring out one of the greatest, and I mean sincerely, I mean one of the greatest entertainers of all time. You remember him as the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. He even had his own variety show. My fellow Americans, please welcome out here, Ed Wynn. Oh, you know, they said that they were sending some executives out to my studio tonight to inspect my television studio. An executive. Do you know what an executive is, ladies and gentlemen? An executive is a man who gets paid $50 million a week, has a beautiful office with a lot of beautiful secretaries, but no job. Now I'm going to bring out here one of the very funny men. Very, very funny. Well, I guess you could call him funny. He's not really a comedian, but I guess you could say he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Don Rickles. Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you, Ed. Am I going too fast for you now? When we put a cord on your navel, float you out here as the Goodyear blimp. Boy, if your face was a building, it'd be condemned. Oh, hey, Ben Botlin, how are you? So good to see you, you hockey punk. And and Jar Jar, where the hell did you get that name, Jar Jar? What do you think? You're from Star Wars or something? Now that guy was crazier than you. And so now I'm going to bring out another great guy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put him in the tub and watch his duck sing, Mr. Jack Nicholson. Hey, how the hell are you folks? You know, the other morning, 4 o'clock, there's a knock on my door. I go to open it. Hell, there's a few Jehovah's Witnesses. I said, well, good morning. Come on in. Have a seat. Can I get you anything? How's about a cup of coffee? What would you like to talk about? And they said, well, I don't know. We never got this far before. And last but not least, this might not be 5 minutes, but there's one more guy I want to bring out here. His name is Rodney Dangerfield. All right, what a crowd, what a crowd. How about all these other great stars that are here tonight, huh? You know, I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape. You know, I just have no success with women. The other night, this woman calls me up. She says, hey, come on over. There's nobody home. So I went over. There was nobody home. And actually, there is a bonus guy I'd like to bring out here. And you'll see him later on when Zach does a collage full of impressions at the very end of the show. But I want to bring him out now. You remember him from the center square on Hollywood Squares for many, many years. And just remember, this guy will probably get more respect than me. All right, let's hear it for Paul Lynn, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, my goodness. You know, everyone, I just got back from Hawaii. You know how they say all Hawaiian brides are beautiful? Well, they're not. You should have seen the bride that they had at this wedding. When she walked down the aisle, everyone thought she was so ugly. Instead of playing Here Comes the Bride, they played Who Let the Dogs Out. So I'm going to turn this back over now to Zach Arnold, and I hope you've enjoyed him. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. Zach, come on back in here. Hey guys, I'm back. Where was I the last 5 minutes?
That was 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
Oh wow! Well, I exceeded it.
Next time, shorten that shit up, man. I said 5 minutes.
Oh, it's just 40 seconds. What the hell does it matter?
Well, that's what
I think it's actually better. I think it's actually better.
So, how do you choose what voices you want to do?
Well, it just comes naturally. I mean, I had no idea who I was gonna do. I just kind of, as I was doing the one impression, I just started thinking, okay, what's the next one? Who can I do that's best? But the one I left out was Cheech and Chong, because I've been told I can master both of them. And at this point, we may not even have to throw that collage up at the very end because I'm kind of getting to all of them right now. Would you like to hear a little bit of them?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Cheech and Chong. Hey, man, it's a wonderful opportunity to be on this show tonight, man. Hey, Tommy, where the hell did you go, man? Oh, hey, man, I'm right here, man. Oh, that's great, man. How's it going? What you smoking tonight? I'm smoking a big doobie of dog shit, man. Oh, shit, man. That's probably why I feel so damn funky. What the fuck, man? Why the hell are we smoking dog shit? Because my dog ate my stash, man. Oh, man, not again. So that's like, I have not done those guys in a long time, so it may not have been the best, but it's the best I could do.
It was definitely there. Yep.
I always thought if I could actually ever do my impression of Cheech and Chong for Cheech and Chong, I'm pretty sure they'd be blown away by it. But I'd say blown away if they were stoned off their asses, probably. I don't know how they'd be sober, but
just send them a video.
Are they ever sober?
I'd love to. I'd really love to.
Are they ever sober?
I don't know.
About Chong.
What the fuck you talking about, man? We are never sober.
Hey, man, just don't act a fool, man. I gotta get rid of this shit, man. I'm gonna get busted.
Alrighty.
Okay, moving on.
Okay. All right. So I
Next.
want to talk about the music a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Beatles tribute bands.
Right.
Okay.
Where to start with that? Well, ever since I was a little kid, my late uncle got me into the Beatles, and he played their music all around me. I would listen to them on the radio, and I fell in love with Yellow Submarine, the song. And then I remember when I was really
to what, the actual sub.
yeah. Besides the actual sandwich. But anywho,
Fuck the show notes.
where the hell was I? What the hell was I talking about? Oh,
Yellow Submarine.
yeah, when I was a very little kid, we have to go back to maybe when I was 3 and 4 years old. There was a show I used to watch. I used to watch public television every morning. Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, Shining Time Station, Thomas the Tank Engine. Ringo actually played Mr. Conductor on that show. And then eventually he was replaced by George Carlin. But
Yeah.
I was so young and I was so fascinated by the show. I actually believed that Ringo Starr was 18 inches tall. And my mom and dad would have to appeal to me. They'd be like, "Are you aware of who Mr. Conductor is?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's Mr. Conductor. He's a short little guy. I'd love to hang out with him." My mom's like, "No, his name is Ringo Starr." And I'm like, "Who's Ringo Starr?" And she said, he was the drummer for the Beatles, who was your uncle's favorite band. So I came to know their music. I came to really enjoy it. And as I grew up, I bought myself a drum set, and I decided I'm going to start learning Beatles music. So in 4th grade, I started taking drum lessons, and I started on the regular snare drum, just learning the quarter notes and the 8th notes and stuff. And then within less than a year, I'd say maybe 7 months after starting drum lessons, I was playing Beatles songs, the entire catalog, on an entire drum set from beginning to end. And I self-taught myself on the drums to the point where people will ask me, they'll say, "How can we get you to stop playing the drums around us. I'm like, simple, just put sheet music in front of me and I'll stop. And they were like,
Right.
why? I'm like, because I don't know how to read sheet music. I play whatever comes to my mind. And I decided that I wanted to be in a Beatles tribute band. And so after high school, I said, I'm going to set a goal. After high school, I'm going to take a year off, maybe a year and a half, and try to get into a Beatles tribute band and at least try to play one show with an already established band. Well, I graduated in June of 2005, and by I'd say June of 2000, it was maybe another 2 years it took me, because around July 2007, I performed my very first show with a band from Ohio called Abbey Road. And I'm still very friendly with the bandmates that I had in that band. And I didn't even rehearse with them. I just went up, I played on stage, played raw, no rehearsal or anything. And I played an entire 2-hour show straight through. And I was given a lot of great compliments about it. And so I played about.
Are there any clips? Are there any clips out there?
I have some DVDs of me playing with Abbey Road
or anything like that.
There was actually the second band I was in was a band called from Pittsburgh called Beatlemania: The Invasion. And we did the very first show we did with them, and as a matter of fact, it was the last show I ever played with a tribute band, was at a little town community fair or a community gathering called Rockin' in the Park in Verona, Pennsylvania. And we went on, there was a whole bunch of tribute acts that day. There was Janis Joplin, there was a Who tribute band, a Stones tribute band, and the Doors band. The Doors tribute went on before us, and then we closed out the evening. And there is a little clip on YouTube. It's the I believe it was the 2010 promo video that we had. And Ben, I can always send you the link then, and you guys can take a look at it. I should have done that before, but I didn't think about it.
I was going to say, if Leo was here, he'd already have pulled it up.
Yeah.
But I'm not fucking Leo, and I'm not that quick and good. So
yeah, but there is a little sample on there of our music and how we played. I only sang one song that night, and that was Honey Don't, the great Carl Perkins song. But my voice has changed so much since then that I was supposed to go back into the tribute band industry in July, this past July, but things didn't pan out, and Steve took me into under his management, and he said, "You got to find some other niche, man. Do something creative on your own. Don't go up on stage and try to be." I mean, it's okay to be fans of these people, but if you're going to focus your entire life on being a tribute artist like this, the business is so competitive, 9 out of 10 chances you won't even get off the ground.
right.
And from his professional advice, I thought, you know what, he's right. He's right. I've been trying desperately to get back in one since I left Beatlemania: The Invasion in 2011. And I was like, I haven't gotten anywhere yet. And so I said, Zach, don't you think this is a sign that you really need to go out and shape a different destiny? And ever since then, things have just been coming together for me. I mean, Steve's got me on podcasts. He's gotten me these roles in the films that we're going to talk about. And he's introduced me to so many great people, producers, podcasters, you guys included. I mean, it's an honor to be here again, as I said. And hi, Jim O'Reilly. There was a comment on there. First one I ever acknowledged. Consider yourself blessed. But Matthew Fisher, shout out to the. Oh, I see how it is. Shout out to them, not to me. I see how you are. I could sit here all night and just insult the comments.
So we had some come in earlier too.
Yeah. yeah,
I got a question for you, Zach.
sure.
Have you considered maybe trying to combine your drumming with the comedy?
I thought about that, but on a sad topic, I started selling off a lot of my Beatles music equipment. I just sold off my Ringo Starr drum set, and this afternoon I sold off one of my stage suits, my Ed Sullivan uh, stage suit, and I actually I'm trying to read comments here. I'm ADHD, so I mean, 1 second I can be looking at you guys and saying, okay, here's what I'm doing here, squirrel. I can just do that, and so you're gonna see me a lot as he's come. I don't. I'm pretty sure though some of these guys are gonna try to fuck with me, so they might just start saying, "Okay, he's going back to topic now. Let's start blowing him up with comments." Hey, that's fine though. But I'll try and stay focused.
Okay, can you answer the question?
Yeah,
You've thought about it. Well, you've thought about it, and then you started.
I thought about it, and I decided, well, I like doing, not the drumming at least, but I would do some singing and stuff.
Okay.
For example, Rich Little right now, he does a lot of singing in his show, but he mainly saves it. No, I will not snort a line. I don't do cocaine. But
we're jumping the rails, boys.
But I will do some songs. Like I'll do I try to write parodies of like things like with Willie Nelson and Frank Sinatra and all that. I wrote a Willie Nelson parody because it was based on a dream that I had, but I'm afraid I'm going to get complete backlash if I even go into it, because it's not the greatest thing that could be talked about in this society right now.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, but I made up, I sang it for other people and they think it's hysterical. But I said, but they all said, don't try and do it in public. But I mean, it is a weird Zach Yankovic. Oh gosh. Your podcast is awesome. No, but I do some parodies of things, and the other thing I do is I try to sometimes use some of my voices in an exaggerated format. But I mean, I've never tried that with singing. Like I can sing a duet between Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra in both of their voices. Like for example, when Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin reunited on the telethon in '76, I noticed that Frank and Dean came out and did a little song together, and I forget Sinatra's verse that he did, but it was Dean went, "I can't give you all the best," and then Sinatra joined in, but I forget what he said, but I'm just gonna make some up. It's Dean again, "I can't give you all the best. That's just the way that things are." And Sinatra and Martin, they had their own unique voices, but people ask me, "Can you turn on and off the voices?" And I said, I can do it like clockwork. I mean, it's a piece of cake sometimes. I mean, as long as I know where I'm at, musically.
Oh, see, I can't even turn on and off my own voice.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I can't turn off.
The voices just keep going and go. Oh, we lost. Oh,
we lost. Did we have a glitch?
Just for a second, we all wanted to switch.
I think somebody called Zach and his phone went bloop bloop.
Yeah. Oh, is that what happened? No, I don't think so.
I just wanted you on the bottom.
Oh, you switched it. I didn't touch anything. What did Ronald Reagan used to say? "I had no knowledge." That was a Reagan thing. "I had no knowledge." But yeah, the impressions, I'll choose which ones to do and stuff. But most of the time, it's just better for me not to come up with them on the spot, or not to come up with them ahead of time, because then I could get lost. And so I figure if I just go on Raw, I improvise, and then I'll be able to come up with things better that way. Because, I mean, when I was in, Eddie and I did the I Want to Hold Your Hand screening in Atlanta a couple weeks ago. And I was invited to play Ed Sullivan and be the MC for the entire thing. And I did my monologue. You can actually find it on my YouTube channel. And there's Eddie and I there. I bring him on and I do a little shtick with him. And then I filmed some of the Q&A that he did. And then we do some giveaways and some prizes and stuff. And there was, I don't know if any of you heard of the show Stranger Things. Did any of you hear of that show? 3 of the actors from...
I don't live under a rock.
I actually saw those pictures.
Yeah, they came to the show, and we had no idea that they were there. Because I went on, I did my monologue, I brought Eddie on, and then I went out to the lobby with Steve because Steve wanted me to give a tour of the Plaza Theater, which is also there on my channel. And we're sitting there at the signing table then after I did the walking tour and stuff. And one of the guys comes out, one of the audience members comes out and things. There's a guy from Stranger Things. Yes, I agree. Steve is the best. But he says, there's 3 of the guys from Stranger Things in there. And we're like, really? And Steve's like, I've never heard of that show. And I was like, it's one of the greatest shows out there.
That's Steve for you.
Yeah.
I don't recall if Steve said that or not, but I'm pretty sure he did. And afterwards, we did an auction. We auctioned off the poster that belonged to Steve, the I Want to Hold Your Hand movie poster. And we had a little bit of an auction, and I kept putting the price up at, we tried to go up by intervals of 5, but I started it out at $10. And talk about improvising and stuff. When I got up to, you'll see it in the video, when I got up to $85, in the back of the theater, somebody dropped like some sort of a glass thing or something, and it just like hit the floor. And without missing a beat, I said, is that a yes or no? And the whole place burst into laughter. And finally, Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things, he was the one who won the auction. He won the bidding at $105.
Wow. Okay.
And we got to meet him afterwards. And in the video, you'll see when I'm doing the shtick with Eddie, I'm just standing there next to him, and he's like, "Are you okay, Ed? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I just got to get this coat hanger out of the back of my coat." And I reach back and I pull out a coat hanger that I created that has a picture of me on it that I autographed. And I was like, where the hell did that come from? And I threw it down on the floor in front of the stage thinking somebody would pick it up. Nobody picked it up. So I'm like, well, if that was a hanger with Eddie's face on it, they probably would have all went in for it. So afterwards, afterwards, I picked it up, and when Finn won the poster, I took it out to Natalia Diver, who was the lady with them. There was Finn Wolfhard, Natalia Dyer, and Charlie Heaton was there. And I gave Natalia the coat hanger, and she was very thankful about it. And they all took pictures with us. And Steve said, "Wow, what do you know? Your very first public autograph you gave to a star." And I'm like, I didn't expect it to go this way at all. So, I mean, it was a great evening.
Pretty cool.
And, I will never forget it. And it's thanks to Steve Joyner that I was able to do that. I mean, I've only known him since July, and I already owe him more than I could ever repay.
Well, just get your checkbook ready.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be a day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I know. No, Steve does so many great things, and he works miracles. He really does. I have only great things to say about him.
And I know he's watching, so.
It just
No, he's not watching me. He's out at dinner right now. So
Oh, he's out at dinner with his phone watching you.
yeah, probably. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. Hi, Steve.
he's just
Hi,
wants to make
Steve.
sure that Zach's watching the dog.
I don't even know where he got to.
You left
But,
him outside with the fucking cat.
No, I'm not putting him outside. No, I'm not going to put him outside there. Poor Kahlua. I wouldn't put him out there.
Now, Kalua's in Eddie's room, dry humping the pillow right now.
Oh boy.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Happy birthday, Eddie!
Oh boy.
So, anyway, you're gonna be playing a pivotal role in an upcoming film called Earth vs. Werewolves from
Mars. Yes. And
tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
well, first of all, it's being produced by Troy Olecki, or however you pronounce his name, Troy Oakley.
Okie.
Troy Hokey Pokey. I don't know.
We'll just go
You
with
were playing a pivotal role.
Yeah. Yeah. Troy, I'm sorry. If you want to fire me now, do it. No, I think he would probably get a kick out of it. He's got a great sense of humor. But I'm playing yes, I am playing a very pivotal role in it. I'm playing a gentleman named Eddie, who is pretty much, because near the end of the film, there's a bar scene where the main character comes in screaming that there's werewolves killing everybody. And my character's name is Eddie the bar guy, and I'm pretty much a skeptic about it. And, I'm the main influence of everybody in the bar. Everybody looks up to my character. And I'm just like, are you actually going to believe this guy? This guy's nuts. There's werewolves from Mars trying to kill people. And eventually my skepticism turns into one of, let's go out and kill us some motherfucking werewolves. And I'm not going to spoil it, but we're looking at a very exciting film to come about out of this. And I read through the script. Troy sent me the script, and I fell in love with the material. And I mean, I know a good film when I just hear the idea. I know a good film when I hear of the concept. And I'm going to be going out to Oregon in July for 2 days to film my scenes, and we're hoping that that there might be a streaming service that might pick it up, like Netflix or Vudu or something like that. We're hoping, but only time will tell. It depends
I already see the sequel.
Yeah, you already see the sequel. What do you call it?
Vampires from Venus.
Oh, good Lord, I tell you.
Jeff wants to play the pivotal role in that one, Troy.
I would recommend them. I would recommend them.
Werewolves from Mars.
Yep, and we have already achieved our funding for it. And do any of the werewolves drink pina coladas and have perfect hair, though? That's something you'll have to ask Troy. I can't speak for him. He's doing the writing, so I can't speak for him. Troy, if you see this, maybe you can shed a little light on this.
Or actually, you could just come back in May, because I don't know. I might have said it behind the scenes, but the month of May, I think we're going to have our show do nothing but independent producers. So in the comments you saw Matthew Fisher, we're going to have Matthew Fisher on.
Right.
He's done a lot of great stuff. Special treatment, just got a shit ton of awards. Troy will be on. Who else? Hayden will be on. I'm not giving away the last name. She's just going to have to come back in May.
Hey, if you guys want me back, I'll come back,
Yeah, we'll discuss that. We'll discuss that.
I gave you 5 minutes. You took 5 minutes and 40 seconds of my life.
I'm sorry.
Gotta have a stopwatch handy next time.
Yeah.
Oh no, I timed it. I watched the clock.
Yeah, I missed the first 40 seconds. That's why.
So you're just gonna pretend that you're gonna erase that 40-second time
No,
expansion.
5 minutes and 40 seconds. I can't get back.
Oh look, another gray hair.
Yeah. And but yeah, I wouldn't mind coming back and being there with Troy. I mean, I and Steve will have to talk it over with you guys and make sure that it's good, because I mean, when it comes to, because I mean, I'm new in the entertainment industry, and Steve is my manager, and so whenever I have something professional that I'm not sure if it'll work or not, I always go through Steve for clearance, because I definitely don't want to do something that might be unprofessional, like make a decision for myself, and I don't want to be unprofessional.
What the hell did he let you come on this show for?
Right.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, nice, Steve.
Yeah.
No, Steve and I in the show have a very good rapport.
Steve has a great working relationship with me, and with Eddie. Because if I thought he was no good, I would never have hired him.
Right.
But I mean, in just the few months that he's been my manager, he's done wonderful things for me. And I mean, since he started managing me, everything has just been. I've been having to pinch myself every single day, thinking, am I living a dream here, or is this really happening? And I start coming to the reality of it that yes, this is really happening. My foot is already in the door, and the sky's the limit from here on out. Right. And every time I think that, I just think, oh, thank you, Steve. Thank you. I can't thank him enough for everything that he's done. And Steve's probably going to see this and say, it was supposed to be an interview about you, and you're here praising me like I'm not worthy.
That's exactly what he's going to say.
Oh, I bet. He's probably going to kick my ass for it.
And his hat size just grew by 2.
Yeah, but he's not here right now, so I can say that.
I'm probably going to get a private message later.
Yeah, also, I'll probably get. Well, I'm sleeping on his couch, so I'm afraid that
you're not.
I'm gonna wake up with cold ice water being thrown on me.
Wow, he'll put you out with the cat.
No, it's like in the Flintstones, where they come home and Fred pushes the cat outside, and then the cat runs back in and pushes Fred outside. It'll probably be like Steve opens the door. Come on in, cat. Zach, go. Here's your blanket.
Zach, we moved the couch. It's now outside.
Yep, pretty much. I hope your blanket's going to be warm enough. Because it gets down into the 40s here at night. So, I mean,
no,
yeah, so bad for you.
I live in Florida, so I'm used to the warm weather, and but lately it's been getting down into the 30s in Florida at night. I mean, it actually got down into the high 20s last week.
Fuck. It's like 16 degrees when I get up. I work in 30-degree weather all day.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, where are you guys located, by the way?
Massachusetts.
We're all the three of us are in Massachusetts. Different parts of Massachusetts, but we're all
right.
in Massachusetts.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Steve did tell me. You see, I've had so many inquiries about doing podcasts and stuff that sometimes, I get lost with them sometimes. So, I mean, right now I have, I think, 2 other podcasts that Steve is working out a deal for me for. And, but yeah, as I said, it's an honor to be on your show because, I mean, you guys have such a loyal fan base and everything. And I've never done a live podcast before. So this is incredible.
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
No, not at all.
Good.
Not really.
So Matt Fisher actually said that he secured a deal with Steve, and you're going to be interviewed on the 13th by him.
Yes. Yes,
So-
I do believe so. Yes.
Yeah, Matt's a great guy.
All right. I'll have to talk to. I think I have to go through my emails. I'm pretty sure that yes, I did talk to him. Yes, we do have it on the 13th. Sorry, Matt. I mean, my brain was just going all over the place. So
Sorry,
yes,
Matt.
we are on for the 13th. Yes, we're on for the 13th, buddy.
Is the Werewolf from Mars thing? Is that your first movie you're being in, or?
Well, actually, when I get back to Florida on the 10th, I'll have one day. I'm getting back on the 10th, and then on the I believe it's on the 12th. I have to actually go down to Orlando because I'm doing my very first role is going to be as an extra in a pilot of a TV series called Blended, a love mix. And it's being produced by Renelle Golden, who interviewed me a couple months ago. And she actually was asking me after we ended the interview, we were talking, and she said, I have this pilot TV show coming up, and I'd like to know, would you like a little part in it? And I said, absolutely. So I'll be doing a little extra role in that movie. There's no dialogue. I'm just going to be in the background, but it's exposure.
Right.
It gives me some exposure on screen.
Yep.
And then Emilio Roman, as I said, he's down in Lakeland, Florida, but he works very closely with Renelle also, and he knows Steve. We all know each other now very well, and he's doing a film, and he would like me to do a little non-dialogue role as a caveman. And I'm going to take Steve's advice. Go in there and be the best caveman that you can possibly be. And I have the same thing when I'm going to do the extra role in Blended. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to be the best extra that I can be. And I'm probably there's several roles that they have me up for Blended, but I think that mainly I'm going to be a hospital visitor, just standing in the background. And but when I go out there with Troy, in Oregon in July, I have this motto that I'm going to follow. Go out there, be the best Eddie the Bar guy you can be. Don't ever let them forget Zach Arnold, and pretty much go out and nail it. And that's what I'm determined to do. I mean, I want to go out there. I want to go on all these sets and just be the best I can be, and never let them forget me.
And that's what you got to do.
Exactly.
If you don't do it, it ain't going to work.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I heard a funny story. You guys remember Robert Stack, obviously, The Untouchables and Unsolved Mysteries. When he was starting out in acting, his best friend was Clark Gable. And Clark Gable, of course, was in acting long before Robert Stack was. And he gave him some advice when Robert Stack was about to go on to do his first movie. He said, show up on time, know your lines, know where to stand without missing your mark or blocking anyone else's view.
That is important.
And if you fail at any one of those things, I'm going to kick you in the ass.
Make sure you land on your mark every fucking time, because that is important.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, you end up with what, Jeffrey?
Concussion.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll get whacked in the head by the massive camera crane, and it'll be lights out. So,
I'm still recovering from concussions.
Oh man.
I didn't know. Can concussions be permanent?
In your case, maybe. Because those were just normal concussions. I mean,
Well, I'm starting to think there was.
you took a fucking steel shelf to the side of the head,
Oh,
and then you did the fucking tilt-a-whirl inside a monster truck tire that was 380 fucking pounds.
oh.
Yeah, those were good concussions.
Those are concussions to remember.
He don't remember them.
No, I do. I do. That's
Come
the
on
problem.
now. Come on now. Don't be Joe Biden. Don't forget who you are.
Squirrel.
Yep.
But that's why I say make sure that if they put a mark and they say land on that mark, because there's a fucking reason there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I understand that. And I mean Eddie was even telling me about that mainly all film sets, they have a mark there on the floor where you need to stand without moving out of the mark.
Yep.
And he said it takes a lot of control, like self-control, to make sure you're on that mark the entire time. Yeah. And if you're
not doing this.
Right. Exactly. And that's me. That would be me though, because I'm very self-conscious. I'm like, am I standing properly? Yeah. Action. Am I standing? Oh shit. What was my line again?
Now you sound like Biden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You're good. It's all good, man. Interesting discussion. I agree.
Well, I mean, we started off with werewolves from Mars, and then vampires from Venus. It went into.
Well, no, actually, if you want to get technical, we started off by giving Zach his first 5-minute stand-up ever.
Well, that's correct. And if you missed that, go back and watch.
You're gonna have to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about Zach, just check the show notes up above or down below.
Yeah.
Depending on where you're watching or listening to us, because it's all there.
And I'm always up if there's promoters or something watching, like people who own clubs and stuff or little theater venues. I'm open to do little shows for you guys. You'll have to get a hold of Steve though, because he negotiates deals for me, and he'll negotiate fees and everything. But I'd love to come out and perform at a place near you, a theater or a club near you. And trust me,
means, right?
Yeah, and trust me, you won't be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. Because if you are disappointed by me, you can hurl me out of the club like I'm a frisbee.
Well, if you are disappointed, tough shit, because you already bought the ticket.
Yeah.
Deal with it. They'll drag me out back and say, give us our money back out of your own pocket. But I don't have any money. Boom. Well, I know that's lights out for this venue. And incidentally, for those watching, don't get any ideas.
Right. There's always another side door.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those people that were saying interesting discussion, I'll be honest with you. I went in to see my therapist the other day. She said, my mind is like a bad neighborhood. You should never go in there alone. I think she's right. I think she nailed it.
Right? Yeah.
That's why I terminated my contract with her.
Well, I mean, if your mind is a neighborhood, there's all kinds of doors that are still left to be opened.
Yeah. Why did you come here just to boo? How am I booing?
No, question mark. That's Lisa Simpson.
That's Lisa Simpson.
Oh.
It was a quote.
Yep. It took me a second to realize that. ADHD, slow to respond. Or as Jeff Dunham likes to say, I'm like FEMA, slow to respond and not a lot of satisfying results.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, Walter said that about him. Yep. And I'm sure Jeff Dunham's probably going to sue me now for copyright infringement.
No, because you gave credit.
Oh, I did. Well, I love Jeff Dunham's material. I mean, he is the funniest guy. There's 3 favorite comedians that I love, not modern comedians. There's Jeff Dunham, of course. There's Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias,
Yep.
and there's the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. Now, I know that's like three of them all rolled into one, but they are literally my favorite comics in modern day. And I mean, Fluffy, you know, what a comedic genius he is.
He is fucking hilarious.
I know. And
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
yeah. And if Fluffy could see what I'm going to roast Fluffy real quick, because if he could see this podcast right now, Fluffy, if you see this, reach out to me. I'd love just to hang out with you or whatever, but I'm going to roast Fluffy real quick. You see, there's a reason why he keeps getting dumped by all these women, because they're all flat now.
So Fluffy,
this guy's been with a great many women in his life. They're all flat now.
Fluffy, reach out to Zach. He'll chat with you, but after you reach out to us. We'll smoke with you.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up this Fluffy guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
when you look him up, you'll go. Oh my God, that's who that is.
Yep.
He's actually, I believe he's coming to.
He wears a Hawaiian shirt almost all the time. He's kind of like Gary Somers.
Yes.
Speaking of Gary Somers, we're going to be at the Northeast Comic Con this week.
Oh, really?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah.
Wow.
We can plug us now because we're over the 1 hour mark. So fuck the guest. It's all about
it's all over.
Oh, and speaking of Comic-Con, you guys, I will, as I mentioned before, on March 22nd through the 24th, I'll be down in Tampa at the Florida Fairgrounds, the state fairgrounds, for the Super Retro Con, which Eddie will be at. And I'll be there handing out my business card and trying to get some promotion, some publicity out there. Steve will be there, and come on out and have a great time. Come on out and meet us.
Cons are always fun.
Yes, they are. They are.
Always fun.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is actually the very first one that I'm actually going to attend and be part of. I mean, I did the signing session with Eddie and it. Yeah.
Well, you're popping a lot of cherries.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I only live about maybe 45 minutes to an hour from the venue. As a matter of fact, I was just down at the fairgrounds about 2 weeks before I came up here to South Carolina. I was down there for the Tampa RV show, the Florida RV show in Tampa. I go there every year just to look around and stuff. And because usually I vlog it for my YouTube channel. I vlogged last year's, but I didn't get a chance to vlog this year's because last year was my first time going down there. And so I just wanted to document it. But this time I was like, I didn't get much time last year to just actually take to myself and look around and everything. So I was like, I'm just going to sit this year out for YouTube. And I'm just going to go down there and enjoy myself.
Nice.
There you go.
And
do that sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, you gotta take a break from your daily routine and just enjoy yourself. That's life.
Take your shoes and socks off. Go stand in the grass and wiggle your toes.
Yeah, until a lizard comes along and bites you. Those little geckos that we have in Florida. We have those little
target practice. You flip it with your toe.
Well, it's interesting that you should say that because we have those huge Japanese beetles down there.
Those things.
And in the summertime, when I see one, I take my flip-flop off and I line up my shot and I go 4 and I hit it and it goes flying. Like I play golf with those things.
Those are alligators.
I am petrified of alligators. I mean, I don't know why. I am just petrified.
You don't know why?
I don't know why. I'm just petrified of them.
They're fucking dinosaurs.
Pretty much.
The guy lives in fucking Florida and he's afraid of alligators.
Yep. Why the fuck am I even in Florida?
Because it's warm.
That's pretty much the only reason.
Right.
Hence the dinosaurs.
Have you ever had to deal with a frozen iguana situation that we hear about in Florida? No, I actually have not, but I have heard of that issue, but I've never had to deal with one. No.
Frozen iguanas.
I've dealt with.
Yeah, I've heard that story. I've heard that.
Sounds like a weird drink.
I was just gonna say either that or a fucked up ice cream.
Yeah.
Right? I'll take
Yeah,
I don't
so,
drink
yeah.
though. Believe it or not, I don't
When it
drink.
gets too cold, they freeze and then they fall out of their trees in little perches.
Oh boy, really, Matt?
And then they.
So Matt, I see another movie coming.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
I want more dialogue in this one.
If you want me to actually act real in a movie, make a movie about alligators or crocodiles, but although have stuntmen and stuff, but I will act real, like I will. Yeah, exactly. Already, I'm getting freaked out, Matt. Make a movie about gators or crocodiles, and I will give you the greatest performance you could ever find out of me.
Well, it'd be Zach the Gator Slayer.
Hey, that wouldn't be a bad idea. But I think
like Zach for dinner.
Yeah. No, don't do that. I mean, you can have me eating at the end of the movie, but
it's Zach the Snack.
Crocodiles on a plane.
Oh boy!
IMDb credit Zach as Zach the Snack.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
No, we're not having Gator Nuggets. We're having Zach Nuggets.
Gator nuggets are delicious. I don't know.
Oh yes, they are.
They are.
See, that's why you're freaked out because you'll eat the gators. You just don't want them to eat you.
Yeah.
I want to beat them to it.
But
I want to
anyway,
beat them.
We are getting close to time. So Jar Jar, any last questions?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in hard with this last one. All right.
He likes it when you go in hard. Go ahead.
I wrote down 50 questions, and we
Oh
got to,
God,
like maybe 4 of them. But what message would you like to convey to your fans and supporters?
what message would I like to convey?
Yeah.
For the younger crowd, I will say this: stay in school. If you're thinking about dropping out, don't. It will be the biggest mistake of your life. For those who are like me, who want to make it in the movies and everything, there are so many rumors out there that you become a star overnight. That's not true. Not true at all. It takes years of hard work and practice. And now I'm going to channel what I had just said about school. Education makes the difference. And some people will say education means nothing to me. Well, it does. It's called knowledge, and it's something you need to get by in life. And to my supporters out there who would love for me to see me, live and perform, I would love to. And I would love to show you all more of my talent, and even maybe a 20 or 30-minute length. If you like to try to book me or something, definitely get a hold of Steve. And or reach out to me personally, and I will, even though everything has to go through Steve. So he makes deals for me. But to everyone, I want to say thank you.
So I have my final question for you. It's a 2-parter, so I don't want to confuse you.
Okay.
What do you like on your pizza, and do you prefer them round or square?
What do I like on my pizza? No crust. No
like
dough.
Round or square?
No dough. I actually don't eat bread. I don't eat bread, and I don't eat pizza. I don't eat bread. I have never liked bread or pizza dough. And
really? So you don't eat pizza at all?
I don't eat pizza at all. My favorite foods. Would you like to hear at least my top 3 favorite foods?
Sure.
Steak, ribeye is my top favorite. Asparagus is my favorite vegetable, and tacos are my favorite. Preferably shredded beef. Shredded beef.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I feel like Fluffy. I love tacos. Tacos are my favorite. And that's a tribute to Fluffy right there.
Nice. So,
all right. That's the first time I've ever had somebody say to me that they don't eat pizza.
right? So we know if we're on tour with Zach to order pizza.
No,
Yeah.
order me a live gator.
Taco pizza.
No, what I'll
Taco
do is
pizza.
I'll make sure I have a spatula with me, and I'll just take the topping off the bread, and you can have
There
that.
you go. Yeah, you
That's
can.
actually
Cheese
what I
and sauce.
do. Like I actually will pick the toppings off and eat those.
Okay,
And yeah,
that's what I figured. Yeah. All right.
but it has to be off of a Meat Lovers. If it's Pizza Hut, it has to be off of Meat Lovers pizza, or if it's anything else, it has to have sausage, bacon, pepperoni, the works.
All right. So you're a meat guy.
I love meat. I absolutely love it. And
Yeah,
that did not sound right at all.
I trapped you with that one.
Oh,
Fucking hook, line, and sinker. Boom.
I'm gullible, okay? I'm very gullible.
That was beautiful.
You know, Steve's going to have a field day with all this. Steve's going to come home. How was the podcast? Awful. They're only going to give you ideas. You watch it, it's just going to give you ideas to pick on me. Oh, shit, I'm going to watch it right now. And I think they're bad.
So, hey, Zach, we got your next role. It's on Pornhub.
Oh, God,
Jesus.
No. Oh, dear God, no. Oh, dear God, no.
So you have a montage of voices that you do, you said.
Yes, I have a poster, a little collage that I gave you that you can put up.
No, actually, I'm going to do this instead. Roll them.
Yeah.
I didn't say you could talk to Steve yet.
No, he just locked me in here.
Be your own boss, OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. Who's Kitty Phillips?
Gonna give you a couple of minutes here. Go ahead, roll through your montage real quick here to end the show.
All right. Well, first of all, that's Catherine Hepburn, you know, you old poop. And then there's Dr. Ruth Westheimer. You know, sex is a lot like air. You're not aware of it until you don't get any. And then there's Dr. Phil. Now, I know that you know that I know that you know that what you did was wrong. And in order to fix the wrong, you've got to do what's right, okay? But however, sometimes what you think may be right to fix the wrong is still wrong, even though you think it's right. And that could be more and more trouble. And then there's Andy Rooney of 60 Minutes. You know, I was just wondering, if a turtle loses his shell, does that make him naked or homeless? Why do they conduct autopsies on condemned inmates? Do you ever think about this? This is stupid. Isn't it obvious what the official cause of death was? Dumb. Just dumb. And the rest of them I already did for you guys. That was Cheech and Chong, Jack Nicholson, all of Ed Wynn, Jack, Paul Lynn, all of those guys I just did. I just rounded it up with everything. You did want to hear my presidents real quick, didn't you? All right, here we go. We're going to start with John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what Maryland could do for me. And then there's Lyndon B. Johnson, my fellow Americans. Of course, there's Richard Milhouse Nixon, which I did before. And then there's Gerald Ford. You know, I will probably be remembered for one word. Whoops. Hi, this is Jimmy Carter. Hot damn, it's good to be here. Well, this is Ronald Reagan. Where the hell am I? And then there's George Bush Sr. Okay. And then there's Bill Clinton. I just want to make this clear. I am hiding from Hillary. And then there's George W. Bush. You know, my daddy always tries to tell me how to run the country and stuff. But I finally had the courage to tell Dad, fuck you. You don't tell me how to run my job. And then there's Barack Obama. And I've got a habit of telling Joe Biden what to do. Then there's Donald Trump, of course. Donald Trump. We're gonna do great. We're gonna rid the country of Joe Biden and his entire family. Hey man, I resent that. Why don't you shut up, man? Where the hell is the teleprompter? I can't see it anywhere. A little higher, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Not bad.
Absolutely. I hope you guys enjoyed all that.
Well, I enjoyed it all.
I don't know about Jeff and Jar Jar.
Yeah, well done, well done.
Kitty said she's auditioning to come on the show.
Good luck. I think it'll help. I could always use a female sidekick. But don't kick me in the side, and especially if you're gonna kick me, don't wear heels. I already have sensitive legs.
That's from running from the crocodiles.
I was gonna say shaving too much.
You guys are awesome.
With that being said,
Kitty, reach out to me. We'll talk.
Zach, where do you like interacting with your fans and friends on the socials?
Facebook. Get a hold of me on Facebook. Ben, you guys can pop the link up to my Facebook there.
It's in the show notes.
I do have Instagram, but I rarely use it anymore. I'm also, you can look at my YouTube channel. It's called The Incredible Impression, and you guys have a link up there to it.
Mm-hmm.
I need more subscribers on there, so if you guys if you want to see more of me, check out my YouTube channel. And as I said, pretty much, Facebook and YouTube.
Nice.
Absolutely.
You can see me here probably almost every Wednesday until Leo finally figures out his moving situation. I don't even know what's going on. Splash Page is every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Watch us live, laugh with us, read comic books with us. And then April 6th and 7th, I'm going to be at Connecticut GamerCon running all the panels. Come check them out.
Woohoo! Woo! You going to be running those live on the network?
Hopefully, I'm trying to get your boss there, Leo, to come with me, but he's moving.
Whoa.
Not your boss.
I was going to say, I only have one boss, and she's not home right now.
That's why we're still going live.
Right.
My wife calls me the warden.
Jeffrey.
Great show, Zach.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
There's always room for improvement, so I'm going to give you a 7.8.
Oh,
7.8.
That's it? That's it? Why couldn't you give me a 6.9?
That would be even worse.
2 minutes or so. Yeah.
Oh, you can bring him on. Tell him to sit down next year. He can bring Eddie too.
Yeah.
This coming weekend, come see us.
Steve's right here. Hey, come on, guys. Say hi. I'm on the podcast right now. Come on, lean in here.
There's
hey,
I'm having my birthday cake. It's my 67th birthday.
Oh, you gave me.
I'm an old Jew.
Happy birthday, Eddie.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Where's the other man? Where's Steve?
Where's Steve? Steve, they want to see you.
He's camera shy.
Come on, Steve. We're still alive. Pop your head in. I want everybody to see all the amazing.
Really?
Hey,
there he is.
You got a whole bunch of guests tonight, guys.
That wasn't Steve. I know Steve.
Right?
There's Steve.
There he
There
is.
he is.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You got to go back and rewatch it. Zach had all kinds of nice things to say about you.
Really? Did he tell you how he's a big Yankees fan?
No, we didn't get into sports.
Oh my God, he's like, Boston sports suck. Every New England team is lame.
oh wow!
You should have heard what he was saying about the Beatles.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. No, I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, it was an honor.
I was trying to see if I could get Eddie to stab him with the fork live.
What?
Stab with a fork?
Yeah.
No, he's a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, so me and Eddie like the Patriots, so
That's
we're still
all right.
Pats fans even without Brady. But watch Toking with the Dead every Wednesday nights
Yes,
on the
watch
Toking
him.
Podcast Network.
Oh, I did this show.
Yeah.
I did this show. Hi, you guys. I remember this.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
It was
hope
a
you
fun show.
remember it.
That's the Toking. That's the
I remember.
Toking.
I remember. Yep.
You were at a convention with these guys.
Yep.
yeah.
You
last
owe
summer.
him money, that guy.
Yeah, Eddie. They told me you owe them like over $50,000.
I was on the show. I was the Toking Jew.
Yeah, and now we got Zach Snacks.
You guys got 3 guests for the price of 1.
No, I'm sure it'll cost me.
Well, you'll have to talk to Steve about that. He's not in the room anymore. He ran off.
Right? No.
Well, that's all right.
It's great that we got Eddie right at the end there. We could all wish him a happy birthday.
Thank you so much, and it's great to see you guys again. I really enjoyed when I did the show. You guys are wonderful hosts. The great show you have.
We enjoyed having you on. We enjoyed chatting with you.
Thank you so much.
So, I think I went through everybody, right?
Yeah.
did all
Well,
that.
you
No,
can't
no, wait.
F off,
I gotta go back
That's
to
all
Jeff.
right.
Oh,
No, it's okay.
finish it off so I can finish the show.
Why? All right, go to stilltalking.com, Talking with the Dead on Facebook, or get your fucking ass off the fucking chairs and come see us this weekend in Boxborough at Northeast Comic Con. We will be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, kicking some ass. So come out and say hi.
Yes, you little monkey.
So, like Jeff said, Northeast Comic Con in Boxborough this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A lot of amazing guests. Most of them we've interviewed already. That's even better for us. So, huge thank you to Zach for coming out, hanging out.
Thank you, guys.
Getting his first 5 minute and 40 seconds of stand up for you folks. Some impersonations. Check him out on the road. Check out Eddie on the road as well.
He'll be in Florida. Couple weeks.
Amazing.
Yep.
To all our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do so people like us can do what we do. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. We are out of here.
All right.
Peace.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows